Hello, it's time for Flashback, the weekly history quiz. Let's find out what has happened in history. We'll start in 1951 when a betting scandal hurts the NIT, the top college hoops tournament, and helps its rival, the NCAAs. Interesting. And then against that, we're putting an early example of monopoly. Aristotle describes a man who gets rich from a town's olive harvest. How? By renting all the olive presses in advance. Well, there we go. It sums it up. That's obviously well before 1951. When do I think that is? A few hundred BCE? Yes, 330 BCE. A woman known as the Lady of the Mercians helps defeat the Vikings in Britain. It paves the way for her nephew to become the first king of England. Well, that will be well after the Roman occupation of Britain, but certainly considerably before 1951, about 1,000 years before, I'd bet. So let's put it and find out. 912 to 17. Yes, actually very close to 1,000 years earlier. Maurice Sendak's Where the Wild Things Are is published. He invented unusual creatures, he said, because he couldn't draw horses. That's very funny. I had that book. Let's see. That'll definitely be after 1951, but I'm not sure exactly when. 60s or 70s, probably. 1963, there we go. Feels like a 60s sort of book. The artist Hokusai paints The Great Wave. Once the work reaches Europe, it inspires art ranging from Impressionism to Debussy's La Mer. Okay. 18th or 19th century, somewhere in there. 1831. By signing the Treaty of Manila, the U.S. grants independence to the Philippines, which has more people than any of the 48 states. Okay, well, this will be, around the conclusion of the Second World War. Do I think it's before or after 1951? It's embarrassing that I can't immediately declare that with confidence. I'm going to put it before. 1946. Okay, there we go. Good. After the Crimean War, Florence Nightingale opens a nursing school. She teaches techniques that had been ridiculed, like washing your hands. It's absolutely astonishing when you read about the resistance people had to things that we now understand to be absolutely basic elements of medicine and hygiene, like washing your hands, because the germ theory was just not something that people understood. Anyway, it's bizarre to recall that. I think after the Crimean War. Okay, yeah. So this will be after 1831. I forget exactly when, but sometime in the late-ish 19th century. 1860. Yeah. Okay. The quotable poet Alexander Pope coins phrases like "hope springs eternal," "fools rush in," and even "eternal sunshine of the spotless mind." Wow, that is extraordinary. A true writer in the aphoristic mode. Well, when do I think this is? I mean, it's obviously going to be before. It'll probably be the 18th century, but well after the defeat of the Vikings in Britain in 912 or whatever. So there we go. 1711 to 17. A volcanic eruption buries a wealthy coastal town which has street food, ball games, fine art, and cramped quarters called Pompeii. I'm not sure exactly I probably should know the year of this, but I don't. But it'll certainly be after 330 BCE. 79, right? So it's very surreal to see a 2-digit year. It just feels strange. Anyway, there we go. How did people do this week? All right, okay. This was an easier week, I suppose. The plurality of solvers got a perfect score. Let's see what people were less accurate on. Pompeii, about a third of people misplaced that. A fifth of people misplaced Alexander Pope. That's fair enough. Just about everybody nailed Hokusai. Most people correctly placed Florence Nightingale. About a quarter of people misplaced the Treaty of Manila and the independence of the Philippines. And the rest were pretty accurate. Okay, well, there we go. That was the Flashback.